Hello everyone, welcome to What If Naruto Was Betrayed by the Village and Joins Transformers Clan movie. Before we start, please go support ancalagonintheblack for writing that awesome fanfic. Now let's begin. This is the translated version I made. There will be some wrong he or she calling here because it's translated, so let me clear this. Naruto is a male in this story. The brutal truth. Naruto, a boy who since birth was an orphan, the entire village hated him for knowing something he didn't know, spent every day being tortured by the villagers until some people called Jiraiya and Tsunade arrived who decided to take care of them just like him. Hiruzen, the third Hokage, although it was not of much use because the torture did not happen, they did not train him. It was practically the same when he did not meet them. Everything was like that until the part of the Genin exams that everything happened like the original story until the part of Zabuza's mission that when Naruto released Kyuubi's chakra, hurting the last Uchiha heir and his sensei Kakashi Hakan. When they returned to the village, Kakashi told everything to Hiruzen, and after that a while some Umbus appeared in front of Naruto and took him to the council. Hiruzen, Naruto, it is true that you used the power of the fox. Naruto, that's right. The council spoke for a while until Hiruzen was about to speak, but Omura was in advance. Omura, demon, get ready. Naruto, what? Hiruzen, we talked for a while and by decision, almost the entire council decided that you will be expelled from the village. Naruto, why? Omura, don't try to trick us, damn it, we know we were all planning this. Naruto, surprised. Hiruzen, please tell me it's not true. Jiraiya, Tsunade, please tell me it's not true. Hiruzen, to be true, we have been planning this for a long time, so Jiraiya and Tsunade, do me favors. Tsunade, I'll gladly do it. Tsunade hit Naruto in the stomach with chakra, leaving him feeling sick. After that, she took Naruto out of the village to get the Kyuubi out of him. Jiraiya, prepare yourself because in this place you will die. Damn demon, by the way, your parents Minato Namikaze, 4th Hokage, and Kushina Uzumaki are your real parents, and they are still alive and they abandoned you. Also your brothers Menma and Naruto, who each own 50% of the Kyuubi. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter since you will die. Jiraiya started to take out the Kyuubi, but Naruto did something he didn't expect. Naruto, maybe you'll kill me, but I won't let this be easy. You won't take Kurama, you damned perverted filthy traitor. Naruto and Kurama met a few months ago. Flashback. Naruto went to sleep, but something that looked like some kind of sewer appeared. Naruto, where am I? Naruto began to walk for a while until he was in front of a kind of giant cage with a seal kangi. Naruto was about to get closer, but a kind of giant claw almost caught him. Naruto with his soul about to come out of him. What the hell? A few moments later, a giant orange nine-tailed fox appeared. Naruto, who are you? Kyuubi, brat, I am the nine-tailed fox, the strongest of all. Naruto, I have a question. Kyuubi, which one is it? Naruto, I saw in the books that your name was given to you by humans, so I have a doubt about what your real name is. Kyuubi, you don't deserve to know. Naruto, well, what are you doing here? Kyuubi, because they sealed me inside you. Naruto, can't you die? Kyuubi, because I can't die, I'm practically immortal. Naruto, how old are you? Kyuubi, won't you shut up? Naruto, I'm curious. From that day on, Kurama had a big headache every time Naruto visited him until one day something strange happened. Kurama, brat, I'm careful about who surrounds you. Naruto, why do you say that? Kurama, you'll see, by the way, if one day they want to take me away from you, you can prevent something bad from happening. Naruto, okay. End of flashback. Naruto did quick hand seals to finish. Naruto, Uzumaki demonic sealing jutsu, demonic dress release, do me a favor. Quickly, a great demonic pressure appeared and enveloped Naruto, and when it dissipated, Naruto was seen lying on the floor and a person in front of him. Kurama, Vala, damned, disgusting humans deserve to die. Jiraiya, you, Ares, Kyuu, bye. Kurama, shut up, you don't deserve to say my name, or know what my real name is. Naruto, I told you that I would free you. Kurama, Come on, we have to do something about how you are. Kurama grabbed Naruto and walked away, and when they were a good distance away, Naruto was not getting better but getting worse. Kurama, went to Naruto. I can help. Kurama, who are you? I only came for my lord. I'm Kongman, but that doesn't matter because we have to save my lord. Cybertron. Kurama, with a half-dead Naruto, and in process, entered some kind of ship in which Kongman was driving to a location. Kurama, where are we going? Kongman, we have to go somewhere to save my lord, as quickly as possible. They stayed like that for a while until they came to see an island that looked very neglected, as if no one had ever been there in a long time. They landed the ship and Kongman was taking them to a place, while Kurama was walking with Naruto in his arms. Kurama, what happened here? Kongman, it used to be a great civilization, but a civil war happened, and once it was over there was almost no one alive. They were walking until they reached a kind of temple in which they entered. Everything was dark, but there were blue eyes and other red ones. The two beings approached, and when they were in the light, the one with blue eyes showed a humanoid shape that showed confidence. That everything was going to be fine. The other like a large, metal humanoid shape that when you saw it you could tell that it wanted to kill you and cause destruction. Blue eyes, hello Naruto, my name is Optimus Prime, the last Prime and leader of the Autobots. Red eyes, my disgusting rat is Megatron, leader of the Decepticon. Naruto, how do you know who I am? Optimus, come. I took him to a part where he saw many beings like them. Optimus, this is the tree that shows all the Transformers that have ever existed, and you are the last one. Showing that in the tree there was an image of him in the last. Naruto, how is this possible? Megatron, when we arrived on Earth we decided to send our spar somewhere where a being could continue with our descendants. Naruto, and these images that are dark? Megatron, because they were expelled they no longer belong to our race, in that case they are our enemies. Optimus, and we are sure that they will come sooner or later so. Naruto, I am the only one who can defeat them. Optimus, we won't be able to participate because we're just like some kind of ghosts. Kurama, in short, you two are going to train him in that while I train him in the chakra part. Me too. Kurama, it's you. I'm Ashina Uzumaki. Naruto, you would be like some kind of grandfather. Ashina, yes, and like them I am a ghost. Optimus, your training will be early tomorrow. Naruto, okay. Naruto and Kongman were walking until they reached their room. Kongman, is something wrong, my lord? Naruto, only if there is a chance to return this city to its former glory. Kongman, there's one thing that can do it, the All-Spark. Naruto, what is that? Kongman, it's something that was created to be able to return entire civilizations to normal in seconds. Naruto, in that case I will look for the spark to return this city to its glory. Training in a civilization. Naruto had already woken up the next day remembering everything from yesterday thinking it was a dream, but when he saw the place he knew that everything was real. Then he left the house to go to the temple and see his teachers. Optimus, Naruto, at the beginning you are going to train with Kurama and Ashina are going to train you first, then it will be Megatron and me. Naruto went to train much better in chakra control and they gave him a better explanation, and when they digested that, Naruto started the work showing that he was almost a prodigy at the level of Itachi. After that Naruto started training with Megatron and Optimus starting his training. Optimus, well Naruto, for you to activate your powers you have to be in the lotus pose and think about good, about protecting your loved ones, thinking about good things like peace. Megatron, think of the betrayals you had, all your suffering, the destruction. Their voices were in Naruto's mind. While he was thinking about all that he felt a kind of power emerge from him, and when he opened his eyes he saw one blue and the other red. Naruto, ready and now. Megatron, we will show you some photos of some cars, I want you to transform into one of them. Optimus, think about transforming. Naruto, seeing some images, decided to one of them and a light took over the entire place, and when he left, a car was seen. Once he transformed into his car form he began driving around the island. While the others watched him, Optimus and Megatron changed into their human form. Once he finished spinning, he went to where his teachers were and returned to normal. Optimus: well, since you are part human, you can access any transformation of any vehicle. Megatron: we'll have to keep training. A year passed and Naruto and his teachers had to go somewhere, so Naruto transformed into a vehicle. Once he transformed, he started driving faster and faster until a portal appeared and they entered. Kurama and Cogman came out of the temple. They forgot about them. The days passed and a portal opened and a car came out of it, being Naruto, which returned to normal. Kurama: Naruto, where did you go? Naruto: it turned out that I had to take a little trip back in time. Cogman, and the others? Naruto with a nostalgic smile: they couldn't come, but they gave me something. Naruto showed 2 swords. Naruto: besides, I needed to pick up something. He showed the Supreme Spark, the scepter of the 5th film, the matrix of the Listerasco, and in one scroll the pillars of the 4th film. Once he showed that, Naruto went to the center of the city in which there was a cube-shaped hole in which he put the spark. With that, the entire city was returning to what it was before. Naruto: Cogman, I want you to prepare the biggest ships. Cogman: alright, my lord. That's when they went to the destroyed Uzumaki, in which he went to the center, and with a scream he nailed the matrix to the floor and a pulse of energy appeared. A few moments later Ashina appeared. Naruto: GG. Ashina: Naruto, meet your grandmother Mito and your aunt, I suppose, Mirin. Showing a little girl. Naruto: hello. Mirin: hello? A few moments passed and Naruto told everything to all the Uzumakis who were resurrected, who did not understand why they were alive and gained some hatred for Kushina for having abandoned Naruto. After that, they all got into the ships and went to Cybertron. When they arrived, everyone was impressed by what the place was like, so they had to adapt. Back to Konoha. Years passed and in Cybertron everything was going well. Naruto was called the prince of the country. Ashina was called his Saberkage. Mirin was like a sister to Naruto. Practically Naruto, apart from being like his prince, was also like his protector, since some ninja from some village were trying to infiltrate. Naruto made sure that he did not enter his country. At this moment in Konoha there was a small dispute near the entrance, since Mirin, along with 2 companions, left their country without anyone's permission. From Konoha they captured them. In that place Danzo wanted to take them away, while the Namikaze family together with the Sannin and the 3rd Hokage tried to prevent that, but what no one paid attention to was that a cloud of dust was approaching. Mirin just smiled. Danzo: why are you smiling? Mirin: when my brother arrives he will be furious, and I don't think they will like to fight him. Kushina: brother? Danzo: just because we have you? Mirin: no, because he prohibits us from leaving the country for the moment. Jiraiya: you mean the one where a bunch of ninjas try to infiltrate but can't? Mirin: that's right, my brother makes sure they don't come in, no one can stand up to him. Danzo: I'm already done. Danzo tried to grab him by force, but Mirin screamed. Mirin: Naruto. As he said that, the Dinobots entered the doors of the leaf. And then Naruto also entered, riding someone else. And with his sword he was pointing at them. The others except for the Uzumakis were scared by the beasts. Naruto: come, Mirin. The 3 got on the Rex and started running to escape. Minato: don't let them go. While they were fleeing, Naruto with his weapons was shooting at each ninja that approached, but more and more appeared. Naruto: Rex, I want you and the others to take them to Cybertron. The Rex roared in affirmation. Mirin: brother, what are you going to do? Naruto: just tell Cogman and Kurama about it along with the Saberkage. Naruto got off Rex waiting for the ninjas who were approaching. After a few moments some root umbus and the others arrived with Naruto in front. Kushina: and my sister. Naruto only prepared Optimus' sword and Megatron's sword along with his other weapons to fight. Danzo gave the order to kill him, but as soon as they went against him, Naruto began to cut anyone who approached him. Jiraiya: from what Mirin said, he is the one who didn't let any of our ninjas pass. Minato: then you have to be careful with him. They all went against Naruto, but none of them could do much since Naruto killed them all and left others injured. Minato tried to hit him but couldn't do it until Tsunade was able to get past his defense, and when he landed a hit everyone was surprised. Who didn't move an inch, Naruto quickly gave him a variety of quick and strong punches. Everyone was surprised as he was sweeping the floor with them. Naruto, they are just scum, useless. He kneed Minato in the face, then a clean cut to Menma, followed with a hook to Kushina's face. Something that surprised everyone was that Ino approached him. Asuma, Ino, be careful. Naruto turned around to continue the fight, but something happened that surprised everyone, and he stopped the cut before it hit Ino, who just stayed still. Ino, for some reason I feel like it's you, since you haven't cut me off confirms it, or otherwise you would have killed me. Naruto, it must be said, as always you managed to surprise me even more, Ino-chan. Ino, you can stop fighting, no one will hurt you anymore. Menma, take advantage and kill him. Ino didn't pay attention to him. Naruto stuck his swords into the floor, and since he had armor similar to Optimus's and took off his helmet, to everyone's surprise Ino kissed him, when she stopped kissing him due to lack of air, leaving a saliva thread. Ino, hello Naruto-kun. Naruto, hello Ayami-chan. Everyone saw a 16-year-old boy. Kushina, Sochi. Naruto, hello scum. Konoha Council. Kushina, Sochi. Naruto, hello scum. Sasuke, Dove, is that really you? Sakura, it can't be possible. Naruto, long time no see. Kushina went to hug Naruto, but he just stepped aside, then some umbus surrounded Naruto. Danzo, for having attacked Konoha you are under arrest. Naruto, whatever you say, mummy. Naruto started to walk but some umbus got in his way. Before the umbus did anything Naruto left them unconscious. Ino, Naruto, where are you going? Naruto, I have to rent an apartment until they come for me. Minato, who? Naruto, those from my village come for me. Ino, don't you want to stay in my clan for the moment? Naruto, okay. Kushina, Naruto, where did you leave my sister? Naruto, my sister took her back to her village. Kushina, what village? Jiraiya, tell me, are you the one who doesn't let any ninja enter a village unknown to us? Naruto, yes, it was me all this time. After that Naruto and Ino went home. Ino was hugging Naruto who was also hugging her. Ino, when I found out about your death I was very bad. Naruto, I'm sorry for doing that to you but I'm here and I won't leave you. Naruto increased his hug to Ino but before they did anything an Umbu entered. Umbu, Naruto is asked to go to the council room at this time. Naruto, who gave you permission to pass? Don't you know that not touching is rude? Naruto activated his murderous aura leaving the Umbu in fear but before he could continue, Ino stopped him. Ino, go, I'll wait for you. Naruto, okay but first. Naruto gave something to Ino and left. Naruto had already arrived at the council. Naruto, what the hell do you want? Minato, well, son, what's happening is that we wanted to know, how are you still alive? What village do you belong to? And why didn't you let some of our ninjas in? Naruto, firstly, I am not your son, secondly I belong to Cybertron in which I do not let anyone enter, 1 because of the inhabitants there are and 2 because we keep secrets that everyone wanted, while I will not tell you why I am still alive. Danzo, what inhabitants are there? And what secrets? Naruto, all our inhabitants are Uzumakis. Kushina, Uzumakis? Naruto, you see, this is the leadership matrix which allows me to resurrect anyone. That way I went to Uzumaki and resurrected all the Uzumakis. Everyone was surprised. Naruto, and that's not all. Naruto showed the other artifacts such as the Supreme Spark, the Pillars and the Scepter. Menma, damn, I demand that you give them to me. Naruto hit him that knocked him to the ground and left him bleeding. Naruto, I will never give it to you. Danzo, Naruto Uzumaki, by order of the village, we ask you to give us those artifacts. Naruto, I am Prime no Uzumaki, apart from that I will not give you anything. Because of something Naruto had in his ear, he heard it. Cogman, my lord, we are already close. Naruto, well, Con-man, I'll wait for you there. The blonde just nodded her head and Naruto began to walk until they were outside. Everyone was wondering what was happening, but they saw how a ship came down from the sky and Naruto got on it. Everyone saw that inside the ship there were Uzumakis. Kushina was very surprised. But he couldn't continue because the ship began to take off. Kushina, Naruto. I shouted it as I went to the ship, but I couldn't reach it. Inoichi, daughter, what do you mean? What's waiting for you? Ino, the middle is a map with which I can know where their village is and something with which I will be able to pass. I showed them everything. Minato, everyone be ready because we are going to that village. Uzumakis. Just when Minato said that he had reached Cybertron, the feudal man entered through the door, drawing everyone's attention. Minato, feudal lord, what are you doing in this place? Feudal, I came because I want to give Konoha a mission. Minato, what mission? Feudal, I want to go to Cybertron and I want your escorts. Minato, well, we will be happy to give them to you. In fact, we already have a group prepared for you. Feudal, better this way since the Sand Feudal also goes with his escorts. He is going to accompany me. Minato, good. The next day you could see on the road a carriage in which the Feudal of Fire was with his wife. Near them there was another carriage that belonged to the Feudal of Sand who also had his wife. Near the carriages were the ninjas. From the Sand and the Leaf, from the Sand there was Kankuro, Termari and Filler ninjas. On the other hand in the Leaf when there was Team 7, 10, 8, 9, there was also Kushina and Hiruzen. When they arrived at a coast they asked the ship in which they took to sail. On Cybertron. Naruto, Grandpa, a ship was taken from the Leaf along with some of the Sand and its feudals. What do I do? Ashina, among them, is Kushina? Naruto, yes. Ashina, well, you make the decision this time if you want to let them pass or welcome them. Naruto, I keep thinking about sinking them. Ashina, Naruto, don't you dare sink them. Naruto, okay. When the ship was passing through a kind of fog, everyone saw a kind of light in the sky in which a few moments later a plane was seen. Temari, prepare Sin to fight. Those of the Leaf and Sand prepared themselves. Angry Ino, don't you dare make any move or think about attacking him. The plane went towards the ship pointedly. Everyone thought it was going to crash, but in less than a moment a light illuminated where the plane was, showing Naruto who was already on the ship. Quickly the Sand ninjas stood in front to fight, but Ino stopped them. Ino, stop, don't fight. Temari, who are you? And what do you want here? Naruto, I am Naruto, the leader of the Autobot and Decepticon clan. I came to take them to Cybertron. Kushina, then you will take us to the other Uzumakis. Naruto, it wasn't my decision, it was the Cyberkids. I on the other hand was about to sink them even though I didn't know that Ino-chan was in this place. Ino, yes. Shikamaru, are you happy because he was going to sink us? Ino, in fact I'm happy because I'll be with Naruto-kun more, and I can give him a punishment for almost sinking this ship with me. Naruto, the worst part is that it's true. He said it with a face as if the punishment was going to hurt him. They continued like this until they saw an island in the distance. Naruto, there's Cybertron. When they arrived everyone saw that Naruto started walking to a specific place, to some kind of stairs. Ino, Naruto, what is this? Naruto, these are escalators, it works to make it easier for us to move. Everyone was surprised by that thing. Naruto was amused by the faces everyone made until they got on a train that everyone entered. Kakashi, what is this? Naruto, it's a train. Fire Feudal, what is it for? Naruto, transporting people or objects. For example, if you have to carry some things and it would take you 7 days to carry them all, with the train it would only take hours, or it depends on how far away the place is where you have to go. Everyone was surprised by what he said. Naruto, although I would like to know something. Sand Feudal, what? Naruto, you know very well that you are prohibited from coming to this place. After all, you should know after killing several of your ninjas for trying to infiltrate. Kushina, that's because seeing that this place was new and all that, we wanted to come see it. Naruto, for those of the Sand, that would be your answer, but for you of the leaf, it's more because I'm here, that's not the case. Kushina, that's true. Kiba, who the hell are those over there? Naruto was somewhat angry at how he said that to the statues of Optimus and Megatron. Naruto, those useless and mangy dogs are my grandparents. The one in blue is Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots, and the other is Megatron, leader of the Decepticons. If it weren't for them, I would be dead. Kankuro, and where are they now? Naruto, dead. Ino, but you have this thing called the leadership matrix. Naruto, when I met them they were like a kind of ghost that could stay for a limited time. The reason I couldn't resurrect them is because their bodies no longer exist. Naruto got a little bad, but before Ino hugged him, Temari began to console him, earning the blonde's anger. When they reached their destination and went down, they saw a lot of Uzumakis. At this, Kushina was about to cry, but they continued walking. To everyone's surprise, when the Uzumakis saw them, they gave a big smile and some even bowed as a sign of respect. Menma, ha, at least they know who their god is in this place. They saw that a huge group of fangirls larger than Sasuke and Menma combined were running towards them. Menma, come here, press. The girls walked past him, surrounding him. Uzumaki's girls, Prince can go out with me, he wants a date. When will his next mission be? Menma, why do the demons surround him and not me? Uzumaki, the reason why we lean them is for the same reason that those girls do for Naruto-sama, since he was nicknamed the Prince of Cybertron. Apart from saving all the Uzumakis that you see today, practically sometimes he seems to have more power than Cyberkage himself. Menma got angry at this. After a while Naruto left the group of girls giving more than another autograph. When he saw that Ino was a little angry, he decided to give her a kiss and then pick her up and take her away. Ino, Baka, put me down now. He said it with a big blush because a lot of people were looking at him. Naruto, no, now I'll take you like this to the Cyberkage Tower. When they arrived at the Cyberkage Tower, everyone saw a class of samurai who were protecting the place, but in the distance they could see a man approaching, and to their greater surprise they saw how the samurai moved out of Naruto's way. But the surprise was greater for Kushina when he saw someone he would never think of seeing again. Naruto, Cyberkage, I already did what you asked and brought them all. Ashina, Naruto, I already told you to call me grandfather. Naruto, another time. Kushina, father. Cybertron room. Ashina, Naruto, I want you to take them to the council room. Naruto, okay. When Ashina left, Naruto told them to follow him to go to the council room. Kushina, Naruto, how come all these Uzumakis? Naruto, I already told you about the leadership matrix. I was able to resurrect all the Uzumakis. They reached a part of the place they entered and saw people like Ashina, Mito, some important people, and Naruto sat in a place where it said leader of the Decepticons and Autobots clan. Ashina, you can know what they do in my village if they have it prohibited. Fire Daimyo, well, what happened is that the Sand Daimyo and I wanted to come with our families and we asked the ninjas to protect us. Naruto, although Ino-chan can come in whenever she wants. Ashina, they just want to be here for a while and then leave. Nimmo, one of the Uzumaki generals, you will be watched due to a certain distrust that we have in you, not to mention the damage you did to our prince. Naruto, I'll make sure they don't do anything wrong. Myth, even so, Kushina, you are going to have to face a trial for abandoning an Uzumaki. Naruto, well, with all due respect, I'm leaving with them. I'll take them to a place to spend a while. Ashina, okay. When everyone came out, some vehicles were seen in which Naruto approached one. Naruto, Ino-chan, come, I'll drive. She said it while opening the passenger door for her, and she got into the car and Naruto got in from the other side. Before this the others got into the other cars, and when Naruto started driving the other cars were made to follow Naruto's. Along the way they were able to appreciate the city until they reached the hotel where they were able to see the Dinobots. Upon arrival they entered the hotel and entered the rooms. Naruto, well, in order to make sure that you don't make any trouble, I will be in the room there while you will be in the others, but I will have to be with someone in my room. At that almost all the ninjas jumped towards Naruto to take him to the room, and who knows what they are going to do with him, but in a quick movement Ino took him to the room, locking the door, a while later in the room where almost everyone was, in which it was divided into different groups. One was planning how to get Naruto back to take him to Konoha. In another there were some girls who were planning to take Naruto from Ino. In another they were planning how to kill the demon which did not die, but everything changed when the girls heard them. They tortured them. Uzumaki trial. Once they were at the place where Naruto left them, the night passed, and the next day everyone was on the ground floor waiting for two specific people. They saw how Naruto and Ino arrived. Who was hugging Naruto? Kushina was going to say something, but Naruto went ahead. Naruto, Kongman. Kongman, yes my lord. Naruto, I want you to take them to the city so they can get to know it and buy something they like. Kongman, as you wish my lord. Kiba, I don't plan to follow a tin can and follow the orders of a demon. Kongman, I've had enough patience. Kongman launched himself at Kiba, whom he shot, and they started a small fight. Naruto, Kongman, Kongman, Kongman. Kongman, yes my lord. Naruto, control yourself. Kongman got up from Kiba because he put him in a headlock. Kongman, I'm going to do things, like clean the dishes, put away the clothes. Kiba, and that what? Naruto, he had a bit of a rough past. Everyone went to the center of the city starting to do some shopping, although the Uzumakis looked at the Konoha people badly because they all knew very well what they had done to Naruto. They were buying various things for a few hours. Naruto was carrying almost all the bags since Kongman and the others were also carrying the rest of the bags. That is how they were until Naruto approached Kushina. Naruto, Kushina, we have to go. Her family has to accompany us. Kushina, okay. Everyone followed them until they reached a kind of very large building. When Kushina and her family entered, they were in a part where many people from that village were looking at them, and they felt uncomfortable. Ashina, Kushina Uzumaki, you are accused of abandoning your son by a member of your clan. What can you say to justify yourself? Kushina, I can't justify myself. Myth, according to Uzumaki rules they say that we would have to kill you or exile you from the clan. Kushina, Ino, Naruto, maybe something can't be done. Naruto, in exchange, I get involved in choosing a fair trial. Menma, I won't let them do that. Ashina, boy, you can't get involved in this, only one person can. Naruto, and that person is me. I propose something a little different. Myth, Naruto, being the one who abandoned you, you can say whatever you want, and we want to hear what you propose. Naruto, instead of killing her or exiling her, I propose something fair, that she remains within the clan but at the same time receives the same treatment that I received in Konoha, and the only way for that treatment to end is for them to obtain my forgiveness, and this will also be applies to your children, husband, and godparents. The Uzumakis began to vote. In the end they chose Naruto's idea. Once the trial was over and almost all the Uzumakis left, Kushina approached Naruto. Kushina, thank you very much, Naru. Naruto, don't say anything, now they'll know how I felt before, even though Kushina has some experience. When they came out they felt the looks of hate from all the Uzumakis. Kushina could feel those looks of hate again, but this time worse since they were from her clan, unlike the others who felt it for the first time. Myth, Naruto, are you sure of your decision? Naruto, if it were fair, they would suffer the same as me. Myth, changing the subject, it would be nice to meet Naruto's future wife. He said it looking at Ino. First meeting with Akatsuki. After Kushina's sentence was said, Mito spent some time talking to Ino, giving her Naruto's advice about all her likes and dislikes of the boy, which Naruto tried to get her to shut up for at least a while, but he couldn't. After a while, it was time for everyone to return to their village, but on the boat there was a difference. Naruto was on that boat. Flashback. Everyone was getting ready to leave, but Mito approached. Naruto, what's wrong? Myth, Naruto, I want you to spend some time in Konoha. It won't hurt you, apart from there being Ino in that place. Naruto, okay. End of flashback. Once they reached land and got off the boat, they were together for a while until each one of them went to their village. When Naruto was in front of the village gates, All the bad times that happened came to his mind, and when they betrayed him, but Ino realized this, so she took his hand so that he could look at her, and see that Ino only gave him a smile that made him also smile. So they entered the village, in the Hokage Tower. Minato, well Naruto, if you want, you can stay and live for this time in our house, and in the process we can make up for lost time. Naruto, no thanks, I already have a place. Minato, good. After a while, after leaving the Hokage Tower, he went to his new house. Naruto was going with Ino, who was very close to Naruto, since when he came out the women looked at him with lustful faces, although they knew it was Naruto, but this didn't bother them. It mattered, since their Ino was very protective of Naruto until they got to his house, since she was suspicious in case any of those women were to rape her beloved Naruto. When they arrived, they saw that it was a very large house that they entered. Starting from those days, Naruto had a huge headache because the Namikaze visited him very often. Flashback. They were knocking on Naruto's door, so he opened it, seeing that it was Kushina, who from then on did not stop coming until he forgave her. But one day he had to go to the Hokage Tower because they called him. Naruto, now what do you want, Hokage? Minato, Nada just wanted to spend time with you as father and son. Hearing that, Naruto was about to leave if it weren't for an Anbu entering. Anbu, Hokage-sama and Asuma's team are in trouble with the Akatsuki. Hearing that, Naruto remembered that that is Ino's team. Minato, call Team 7 to come help. Naruto, I'll go. Minato, what? Naruto, I'll arrive before all of them, so I'll go. Minato didn't make an excuse and let him go. As soon as Naruto left him, he went at full speed to the place where they were having problems. With Asuma's team, he had problems since a white-haired man who looked like he was about to stab himself and Asuma. He was badly wounded, but before he stabbed himself his gun was shot, making him drop it. They saw where the shot came from, being Naruto. Naruto, the immortal duo are a pleasure to have in front of me, and it will be a pleasure to finish you off. Naruto went against Hiruzen, taking him out of the circle. Naruto took out his gun to shoot him in the chest, making a hole in it. Naruto, I know their techniques and weaknesses, so they don't have much of a chance with me. Saying that, Kakuzu and Hiruzen became serious, so the two of them went against Naruto, who only waited for them with his sword and shield, starting a fight in which all the spectators were surprised to see how Naruto could fight with the two of them without problems. While they couldn't even beat a single one of them, Naruto was dodging Hiruzen's cuts and with his shield Kakuzu's blows, which he knew very well were very dangerous due to the brutal strength he had. Naruto, they don't fight badly at all. Hiruzen, when I kill you I will use you as a sacrifice to my god. Kakuzu, I'm going to search every place I can find to find out how much your head is. Naruto, out of pity, I'm not a sacrifice, and I don't have some money on my head out of pity for you too. When Team 7 arrived, they witnessed how Naruto fought against the two, although things got complicated when Kakuzu took something out of his body that was a kind of mask which tried to kill Naruto, but he managed to fight without any problem. It seemed very surprising to everyone that he alone could against them. The mask that shot electricity tried to attack Naruto, but he took out one of his weapons and fired before he launched the attack, causing it to explode and the mask to be destroyed. Kakuzu, damn it, I'll kill you, I'll replace that heart. Naruto, noticing this, took the opportunity to appear behind the fire mask, making a clean cut, destroying it. Before this, Kakuzu remained still for a moment, so Naruto took the opportunity to take out his weapons and, keeping in mind the last two masks, he began to shoot them. Causing them to be completely destroyed, Naruto had to dodge a cut from Hiruzen to start a battle in which Naruto used his two swords and Hiruzen his weapon. The two were very even due to the movements of each one until Naruto tried to cut his head, but Hiruzen blocked it with his weapon, but he could not predict that Naruto would take advantage of this opportunity. By cutting off one of his arms that had the weapon to continue with the other arm, he continued with his legs to finish with his head. Naruto, one less. Naruto heard Ino's screams, so when he looked at her he saw Kakuzu with all his strings out and grabbing Ino by the neck. Kakuzu, you will be one of my new hearts. Before he did anything, he received a cut on the arm that had Ino, showing a more than angry Naruto who wanted to kill Kakuzu with a sword set on fire. Naruto, you touched my wife, you're a dead man. Naruto began to make several cuts all over Kakuzu's body, which was only covered in these due to the enormous heat they transmitted. Kakuzu could not continue to hold on, so he lowered his guard for a moment, and Naruto cut off his head. After that, Naruto went to where Ino was, seeing that the girl was fine, so they went to Konoha. Unexpected beings. After the support that Naruto gave them by killing 2 Akatsukis, Minato was currently in a bind since he was on the council and was supporting the civilian council, who were furious because Naruto went on a mission that he didn't have to do. Omura, Minato, that boy should not go on any mission, he will make us look weak in the eyes of the other villages. Minato, I know, but he wanted to go, and we didn't have any other team available, and if Naruto didn't arrive on time right now we would be burying a leader of one of the teams. Civil 1, Hokage-sama, I'm tired of this boy doing whatever he wants, and you doing nothing, it's an Inu. He is then silenced by a shot to the chest courtesy of Naruto. Naruto, Hokage, I never thought that his civilians would have so little respect for them. Omura, what did you do? Naruto, law of the second Hokage, no civilian should disrespect the Hokage, otherwise his punishment will be death. Danzo, you're not a ninja from this place, so you shouldn't. Naruto, steal. Danzo, what? At that, Naruto rips off his bandaged arm and eye, causing him to scream in delight. Minato, what did you do? Naruto, it seemed curious to me that he is blindfolded all the time, but now it makes sense when you have implanted Sharingans. Naruto showed it. Minato, Danzo, you are accused of treason against the village, take him away. At that point they take Danzo with a Ibiki, but Naruto stopped them. Naruto, wait, that's not all. Naruto throws a folder at the Hokage. Naruto, those Omura civilians and the other mummy made deals with Orochimaru and several. At that point, the 3 of them take Ibiki to be interrogated. Naruto, well, this is over. Kushina, Naruto, what's wrong with you? Naruto, something is coming to this place. Everyone went outside to see how 3 fireballs fell from the sky, crashing against the floor, creating a cloud of dust. After a few seconds, 3 humanoid figures came out of the ground, going against Konoha. Minato, what are those things? Naruto, they are Decepticons who never accepted their defeat, so they are exiled and come to kill me. Naruto was about to go, but they grabbed his hand, stopping him, looking at Ino. Ino, if you go against them, please take care of yourself. Naruto gives him a kiss. Naruto, I am. Naruto went against the 3 metallic figures who were only running against Konoha, but a glow did not let them see for a few moments, but when they saw the one in the middle again, he received a kick sending him back, followed by some blows for the 2 that were missing, taking them away from Naruto, which was in his transformer form, which was a combination of Megatron and Optimus. Naruto, don't think I'll let you finish what you started a long time ago. The best thing for you will be to give up and not continue with this. The 3 of them were speaking in a language that no one could understand, but to everyone's surprise Naruto did understand them. Naruto, so it was that way. Naruto got into a battle pose so that the one on the right, too, could attack him, but Naruto blocked him to kick him, followed by holding the arm of the one in front, one, who had something like a knife, and then using that same arm as a shield. From a shot from the 3, causing the arm to come off of the first so that he receives a blow from Naruto. After that he went against the 3, hitting him in the face, followed by a knee to the side and a hook that sent him flying. After this he dodged a shot from 2 to take out a pistol and shoot 2's gun, destroying it. Naruto, useless scrap metal. He said them, hitting 2 a few times to avoid a shot from 1, grabbing his only arm that he left while he was shooting in order to free himself. Naruto would make him aim at 3, giving 2 shots to the chest, leaving him in a bad state, and channeling, taking out his head. Naruto, scum. While he attacked the 2, pulling out an axe, making a cut in the chest and stomach, the 2 would try to cut, but Naruto would grab his arm to use his own knife against him, hitting him in the head. After that Naruto would go against the 3 who he was crawling on the floor. Naruto grabbed him and made him look at him. Naruto, your leaders will never take control. Naruto, with his sword of darkness that Megatron gave him, pierced his chest, killing him. After that Naruto put their bodies in seals and went to the village, and when he arrived and was in his normal state, Ino gave him a kiss. Naruto, could you explain to us what happened? Naruto, summing things up, there was a race that would be those metallic beings. They were divided into two sides, the Decepticons who wanted to take control of everything by force and the Autobots who wanted peace. The Autobots were losing, so they left and ended up on Earth when the Decepticons arrived. They continued the war here and wanted the Earth, but they lost, and the Decepticons who did not accept defeat became exiles, and now the only way they can have the Earth is by killing me and having the artifacts that I have. Minato, and why do they want the land? Naruto, while your planet is Cybertron, not what is left of where I live, but a complete planet which is hidden, and I have the map to find it, and has an evil counterpart known as Unicron, which today we call it Minato Earth. Naruto, yes, and they want this planet 1 because it is Unicron, 2 because we have the most powerful objects of those two sides, and 3 because I have the map that would take them to Cybertron. Minato, we should tell the other villages about this. Naruto, I want you to hold the meeting of the Kages, that way they will know of the danger that is coming, and I am sure of who their leaders are, and it will not be good. The first leader. Naruto was currently thinking about what to do, since if 3 Decepticons showed up, that means he would open more. Apart from that, he also had to think about Akatsuki and the problems in the future, but he would be taken out of his thoughts by his beloved. Naruto, are you okay? Naruto, yes, only if 3 Decepticons appeared it means that more will come. Apart from that, Akatsuki already lost 5 of its members because Itachi left them, but they are still a danger. I know you can handle them. Naruto, you're right. As long as I'm in this place, nothing bad will happen. The days passed until in one of those Naruto went to walk outside the village. He spent a quiet time, although he went a long way from the village without noticing it. Naruto heard explosions, so he turned his gaze, seeing Konoha in an attack, to see how from the side of the Hokage Tower a huge crater was made because of what it was. In Konoha you could see a wounded Minato, and in front of Pain, who sent one of his paths to kill the 4th Hokage, but before he touched him, he was shot in the head and left lying on the floor. Naruto, Pain, the great Akatsuki that has the Rinnegan. Pain, you are Naruto, the same one who protects the mysterious village that some tried to attack, even the members of my organization. Naruto, the same person, alive and well. Pain, I'll finish you off. Naruto, we'll see. In the distance, Ino was watching. I'll take care of you, Naruto. At that, Naruto notices how one of the paths tries to carry the body he knocked down, so as a precaution he shot him in the chest. Pain, noticing that he was distracted, used his attraction, making Naruto go to him accidentally, but Naruto did. Noticing this, he took out his sword and shot it at the ground, creating a large cloud of dust where the roads were. When Naruto entered the cloud of dust, a fight could be heard, but Pain, being outside, believed that he had no chance against the roads alone. But when it dissipated, a standing Naruto could be seen and all the roads were demolished. Naruto, I've gotten rid of the inconvenience, and now we can fight in peace. Pain only went against him, but Naruto anticipated him by doing a wind jutsu, but it was nullified by Pain. Pain was still for a few moments to send a shock wave against him, but Naruto managed to dodge it. Naruto had an idea, but first he had to try something, making several attacks on Pain which repelled them. Naruto, I already know how to win. At that, Naruto goes again against Pain, making an attack that annulled him. Naruto was close to Pain, so he made an attack, but when doing so, the Naruto in front of him turned out to be a clone, so out of nowhere Naruto came out of the ground, cutting an arm to Pain, causing him to scream in pain. Although this time Pain was able to give him a fit, causing Naruto to crash to the floor. Pain, how? Naruto, I noticed that when you cancel an attack you need to attack, you take your time, you can't attack continuously, you need to take some time to make the attack. I'll show you another example. Naruto shot Pain, which was able to cancel the bullet, but in the blink of an eye Naruto was on the side to make a cut in his chest. Naruto, a shinobi knows how to fight with all parts of his body. We'll see if that applies to you. At that point he managed to cut another of his arms. Pain tried to do something but received a beating from Naruto, so that he was sent flying so that he hit the floor, and Naruto picked him up by grabbing his hair. Naruto, as I thought, Without your arms that can do the techniques of your eyes, you are not much, it all depends on your eyes. In that moment he pierces his stomach with his sword. In that Naruto finds Nagato like the original story, and they have the same talk, and when Naruto returned to the village, before the villagers and shinobi go to congratulate him, he stopped them seeing something in the sky. Naruto, Minato, take everyone out of this place, something is coming. Minato does as requested so that everyone can see how Naruto changes into his transformer form, and the metallic figure falls from the sky showing a Decepticon that Naruto recognized. Naruto, the Fallen, you were supposed to be dead, but well, I'll kill you once and for all. Fallen, well, I and 4 others are the leaders of the exiled Decepticons. Naruto alone went against Fallen, and he took out his weapons so that the two of them clashed, starting a fight in which both of them were at the same time, although for the villagers who were on the edge of the crater it did not go very well since they were too apart from using their short-range weapons. They also used pistols in which the shots of another were blocked, causing some of the villagers to be injured. Fallen tried to shoot him in the head, but Naruto dodged it, but Fallen's shot went to where Ino was, causing him to on the ground, and she was passed out, but for Naruto he killed her. Naruto, you damn. At that, Fallen tries to cross him, but Naruto grabs his weapon to kick him, followed by stepping on his knee, making him kneel. Naruto, you dared to touch the woman I love. At that point he grabs his head to send him flying, but when he was about to get up, although with difficulty, Naruto jumped, causing his knee to hit his face, causing him to fall again. Poor Fallen couldn't do anything in the face of Naruto's fury. Naruto stands behind him to pierce his chest with his controller, holding what looked like his heart. Naruto, I rise, you fall. At that he destroys his heart and lets the body fall to the floor. Naruto quickly went to where Ino was, and when he arrived he saw that she was just passed out. Answers. After Naruto defeated the first leader who wanted to kill him, he spent some time in Konoha until he had to leave the place, although he didn't really like what Ino said since she didn't like the idea. Ino, why do you have to come back? Naruto, because I need answers and now, I can't wait for this. Ino, well, I'll let you go this time, but next time you won't get rid of me so easily. In that, Naruto transforms into a plane to fly at high speed to an island which apparently was never inhabited in years. When he arrived at the island he returned to normal to enter a kind of ancient temple where there were giant statues. He walked until they were in what seemed to be a meeting room. Naruto, I know they are dead, but their spark is still in this place so they can answer my questions. Just then Optimus and Megatron appeared in front of him in their human forms. Optimus, what's wrong? Naruto, what's wrong? The Fallen who I thought was dead is alive. Can anyone answer that for me? Megatron, look, Sentinel Prime, Lockwan, Quintessa and the Fallen, we killed them all. Optimus, but there was one we didn't manage to kill, and it was Unicron. Megatron, he was alive for a long time without us noticing, so he took advantage of that moment to revive them. Optimus, yes, but when they know about you and more that you killed the Fallen, they will see you as a threat, so they will want to kill you, so they will come to Earth, and if you kill them, Unicron himself will come for you. Megatron, and if you die they will take control of everything without a moment's hesitation. Naruto, then I have to stop them, kill every last one. Optimus, yes, I'm afraid by my calculations they will come in a few months. Naruto, okay. Megatron, but we prepared ourselves if this happened, so we made some combat ships that even a human could handle. Optimus, I warn you Naruto that the day the next leader arrives the others will come. They trusted us and died, but with you they will no longer trust each other. Megatron, this will be your last battle. Naruto, I already know how to stop this because I know very well that even if I kill the more exiles they will come, and I know how to stop this, but I don't think they will like it. Megatron, it's okay, we already know what you're planning. Optimus, and we are in total agreement with you, apart from that the Earth is now our home. After that Naruto went outside to press a button and a bunch of ships came out of the water which was for combat. Naruto, even dead they never cease to amaze me. With that, he leaves the place for Konoha, being where everyone was. Minato, what happened Naruto? Naruto, nothing special, it's just that I already have the answers I wanted and now I have to prepare for the approaching war. At that, Minato tells him what happened with the meeting of the Kage and the day of the war. Naruto, the same day my war begins and I can already imagine what it will be like. You prepare your things and I will do the same. Cybertron is with you. War. After Naruto had the answers he wanted, he went to his village to talk about how we would prepare for the coming war, so they were training more on how to kill a transformer. That way Naruto wouldn't have to be fighting alone against all his enemies, so the Uzumakis would accompany their prince into battle. In a miraculous way, the Shinobi Alliance was able to seal Madara, causing him to return to the world of the dead. But before the Shinobi managed to celebrate at least a little, they received a shot that sent several of them flying, leaving some dead in the process. Attack making them wonder who the attacker was, but they saw a ship in the distance which was the cause of the shot. Minato, what is that thing? Kushina, it looks like one of the ships you came to in Naruto's village, but much bigger. At that point, some metallic beings came down from the ship to run against the Shinobi Alliance, leaving them in shock at the shape of those beings, asking what to do, but before one of those metallic beings could do anything, some of them received a shot, causing them to flee. Stop, so that a Naruto in his transformer form ready for combat would come down from the sky. Naruto, I'll take care of this, you stay behind. At that point he began to fly against the robots to begin destroying everyone who got in his way with his swords. Sentinel, go fight and take care of that traitor. Sentinel, as you like, sir. As the ship went down, Sentinel watched as Naruto alone killed everyone around him as if they were nothing before the boy, leaving Sentinel a little surprised by what he had done. Sentinel, I thought that the one who had the combined parts of Optimus and Megatron would be strong, but I didn't imagine you would be that strong. Naruto, Sentinel Prime, one of the greatest prides for the Autobots, but ended up being the greatest disgrace by betraying us. Sentinel, I did what was necessary to save us. Naruto, killing yours? Sentinel, it seems like you'll never understand, you're like a stubborn Optimus who didn't learn enough. At that, Sentinel goes against Naruto, who took out his swords ready to fight. When he arrived, they clashed swords, starting a fight in which the two looked evenly matched. Sentinel tried to cut Naruto across the chest, but he managed to block it to try to fight. Make a cut on his foot, but he protected himself with his shield, although Sentinel could not avoid a kick from Naruto followed by a blow from him, making him lean back, but he managed to dodge one of Naruto's swords to hit him with his shield, followed by he tried to cut him, but Naruto recovered quickly enough to hit his leg with his sword, causing him to kneel, receiving Naruto's knee in his face, knocking him to the ground. Sentinel, ships finish off Naruto. At that point, the ships began to attack Naruto, causing him to have to cover himself, although there was not much to cover himself with. But the shinobi managed to cover him with a wall of earth. When the ships turned around to shoot, they received some attacks from the side, causing them to end up knocked down, falling to the floor and exploding. Locked One, what happened? Who attacks us? In that place where they shot, some ships were seen which had some Uzumakis inside them shooting at the enemy ships. Sentinel, what's supposed to happen? That's when he receives a blow from Naruto. Naruto, you didn't think I would imagine this, did you? When some Uzumakis were on the floor, they approached the Alliance to give them a brief summary of how they should attack the enemy, so they understood, so they began to attack all the Transformers. Sentinel, this wasn't supposed to happen. Naruto, well, your plans changed. At that, Naruto gives him another blow, making Sentinel go against him, returning to their fight from before, and what in a movement of Naruto with his swords hitting the middle of Sentinel's sword, causing it to break in half, leaving it in two parts, followed by one of the swords that hit Sentinel's shoulder, causing him to lose his arm that had the shield. But before he did anything, Naruto took out a gun to shoot him in the chest, causing him to fly away and remain on the floor. Naruto, you have no escape. Sentinel. Sentinel sees how the ship tries to leave, but the Uzumaki ships hit some engines, making them not have enough power to leave orbit. Sentinel took a piece of his sword to go against Naruto, but he blocked it to stab his sword into the ship, Sentinel's chest, making him kneel before Naruto. Sentinel, please don't do it. Naruto, I'm sorry, you were given a chance and you lost it, apart from the fact that you went off the path you once were on. At that point, with his gun he shoots him 3 times in the chest, making a hole so that he falls dead to the floor. Naruto, now I just have to finish off the last ones. Unicron. After Naruto has killed Sentinel Prime, apart from the fact that with the ships they could destroy Lockdown's ship a little, not allowing them to flee the Earth in this way, having the advantage of the entire battle since they knew the terrain. Unlike the enemies who were destroyed by the shinobi and the Uzumakis, Naruto was the one who was on the front line killing some Transformers, making the army advance. Naruto, let's charge, kill them all. At that, he advances with them along with a battle cry, beginning to kill more of them, but something falls from the ship, being Lockdown along with Quintessa, who looked at Naruto, who destroyed more of the Transformers. Lockdown, he killed Sentinel, so we have to be careful with him, me in front and you in the back. At that, the two advance against Naruto, who saw Lockdown, so he ran against him, crashing into each other. Lockdown, you're damn traitor, I will kill you. Naruto, I traitor, you left the pact that was made so that we could live in peace. At that he hits him followed by a kick, but Lockdown was not far behind, hitting Naruto away from him. Lockdown, and you fight for this disgusting planet. Naruto, I fight for this planet because it is the right thing to do, something you will never understand. At that Naruto hits him in the stomach followed by another in the face, but Lockdown manages to hit him again in the face followed by one in the knee, making him kneel down to give him another blow, but when he was going to hit him again, Naruto takes his fist to hit him back, causing him to fall to the floor and then fall with an elbow to his face, making him somewhat stunned, but before he receives another blow, lightning grabs him from behind, making him stay still. Naruto, Quintessa. Quintessa, just like Lockdown said, you are someone strong. At that Lockdown hits Naruto, who is supported by Quintessa's rays, followed by Infernicus falling from the sky, which began to kill the shinobi while the huge ship began to shoot at the Uzumaki ships, which were not all saved. The ships being one more than another destroyed. Lockdown, watch everyone you ever tried to protect die. Naruto, no. In that, before another shot at the ships, some giant branches took parts of the ships so that they could be destroyed so that they would stop shooting, along with a nine-tailed fox that also destroyed the ship apart from making it look like where Infernicus was taken by the leg by a dinosaur, which lifted it to crash it against the floor followed by throwing it. Lockdown, what's happening? Naruto, I think your plans aren't going the way you want. It can be seen how the first and second Hokage were in charge of the ship while the Dinobots, apart from the dragon that was made up of the knights, were in charge of Infernicus, causing him to fly away. At that moment, where Quintessa was, a blonde-haired woman pulled her to stop. That the two fall to the floor. Ino, don't mess with my man, bitch. When Lockdown looks at Naruto, he receives a blow that sends him to the ground followed by a kick that keeps him in place. Naruto, you never had to take your enzyme look off of me. At that Lockdown takes out a sword so that the two can begin their sword duels in what is known as how Lockdown tried to cut Naruto, but he dodged it to give him a kick followed by a cut with his sword in the chest to begin with a blow in the wound. With the sword he made a cut on his leg, and with his weapon he shot him in the stomach to give him another blow to make him fall to the floor, but before he got up Naruto put his foot in the hole to hit him. A cut on his arm where he had the sword, making him unable to use it. Naruto, you will never understand Lockdown. At that, with his sword he cuts off Lockdown's head to see Ino, who had Quintessa's arm in one hand and her head in the other. Naruto, I think you went too far. Ino, you think so? That's when they see how the ship was almost no longer working due to the two ancient Kages, followed by seeing how Infernicus was completely destroyed. Naruto, it's almost time to finish. Naruto vs. Unicron. After already killing 4 of the leaders of those exiled Decepticons, apart from killing Infernicus and leaving Lockdown's ship almost useless, everyone felt that they were closer to victory and that this war was going to end, but from nowhere the ship A fireball descends, which upon landing on the ground almost immediately began to kill the shinobi. All of them without exception, but before it continued, he received a shot from Naruto that took him away from all of them. Naruto, leave them alone, I'm your opponent. Unicron, I will finish you off and that way the humans will die. The two were getting closer in a way that means nothing good is going to happen. Background music. When one was in front of the other, Unicron gave a blow to Naruto that turned his head, but he returned it with greater force, followed by a blow to the stomach, pushing him away. But before he could continue, Unicron managed to kick him to take his face and drag it across the floor to throw him away. But when Naruto got up, he appeared in front of him to hit him in the face, followed by taking him by the leg and throwing him away to take a big jump and hit him with a blow that buried him in the floor. But Unicron manages to shoot him in the chest to take him by the face and crash him on the floor to give him a kick that sends him flying, colliding with some stones. When he was getting up, he received another blow that left him lying on the floor. When Unicron, Naruto was close, kicking him from the ground, causing him to lose his balance, so that Naruto gave him a blow that left him in the air, followed by taking him by the leg to crash him on the floor. And when he got up, Naruto gave him a blow that he raised him to fall, but he didn't stop as he need him, but he grabbed Naruto's leg to lift him up and make him bounce on the floor, giving him a blow that left him buried in the floor. When he was up, he couldn't avoid a kick in the face that sent him flying, but when he got up, he was grabbed by the neck so that he could lift him up and stab him with a sword in his stomach to throw him in front of the Alliance, which was watching the fight like the exiles. Since everyone was watching the fight, they stopped to watch the fight. Unicron, I want you to tell all of them who will die here that they have no hope anymore. At that, Ino tries to go after Naruto but is stopped by the shinobi. Ino, Naruto. Unicron, let's start with the ones you love the most. At that point, he points his gun to shoot Ino, but Naruto puts his body to protect her, receiving the shot, falling to the floor. Naruto, I can't protect them from fleeing. This shows how Cogman runs to Unicron with some things. Naruto, Cogman? Cogman, my lord, it was a pleasure to serve you. At that, Cogman throws himself at Unicron's chest, although he had the supreme spark with him, making Unicron kneel because the spark hurt him. Unicron, damned wretch. Naruto, Cogman. At that, a Naruto full of anger goes against Unicron, who receives a blow from Naruto followed by another on his wound to get behind him to tear off one of his wings, making Unicron scream in pain as his mouth was covered by Naruto's hand, which he threw it to fall on him with a jump, followed by his swords to begin to take him out part by part without stopping for a single moment. Naruto, damn, you won't cause any more problems. At that point, he grabs Unicron's head, rips it off and throws it on the floor, and upon seeing the last exiles apart from the ship that fell, Naruto would not trust himself. Naruto, finish them. In that, they all ended the lives of all the exiles. Naruto, it's finally over. Then he returns to normal to be hugged by Ino. Ino, I'm sorry about Cogman. Naruto, one of my teachers told me that without sacrifice there is no victory. I hoped this wouldn't happen. At that point, they received the fallen until a ship approached and everyone prepared for anything, but Cogman emerged from it. Naruto, how? Cogman, my lord had a backup core in case this happened. Naruto, you damn junk, you don't know how much I want to destroy you because of this. Kushina, Naruto, are you okay? Naruto, yes, Oka-san. Kushina, Mel, did you call Oka-san? Naruto, I did think that hating someone for a long time is bad for your health and all. At that, he is hugged by Kushina. Final. After the war, they head against the exiles, ending the lives of each of them, so that a few years later Cybertron ended up making arrangements with those of the elemental country, reaching an agreement in which they shared their technology apart from making their country join the elemental, becoming one. Over the years they shared their technology, making everyone well and finding peace in the shinobi world. Kushina and her family were once again accepted by the Uzumakis apart from having Naruto's forgiveness, so that everyone is well, while the Bijus were completely free, protecting each nation. Currently you can see in the house 2 children. One with blonde hair but the ends ended in blue, while in another his hair was backwards, who approached a blonde that was cooking. Child, Mom, when will Dad arrive? Child 2, and when are we going to eat? Ino, don't be impatient, soon. Optimus, Megatron. Optimus, the boy with blue hair at the beginning that ended with blonde highlights, who had blue-green eyes with red clothes. Megatron, the other boy, who had the same eyes as his twin but had blacker clothes with some gray in the names on them. Honor to Naruto's teachers who taught him everything. Cogman, Miss Ino, let me cook. Optimus, not the last few times we ended up eating metal and drinking oil. Megatron, if you dare touch a plate of food, I will completely disarm you. Man, because young Megatron took one more part from my lord. That's when the Dinobots enter the kitchen, but instead of being the originals, it was like a small version of these, which began to be a scandal in the place. Man, little beasts, don't make a mess. At that, the one who looked like Rex draws some fire from his mouth against Man, making him leave the house. But before he does anything else, some hands lift him up. Hey little one, your first calls, but now you will have to take them outside the house when you want to make them. Then he hugs Ino from behind from her waist, and she takes his hands. Ino, the children were already asking about you, Naruto. Naruto, well, I'm done. Then they go to the kitchen where they start to eat, but some guests arrive, being Kushina's Uzumaki family, so they eat together. Megatron, Dad, you never told us why we have these names. Naruto, well, I gave those names after my teachers who were the leaders of the Autobots and the Decepticons, Optimus Prime, the last Prime, apart from being the leader of the Autobots who always sought peace for this world and his, being someone very respected, while Megatron, who was the leader of the other side, sought a lot of destruction. Although that does not mean that he was greatly feared, although the only one who stood up to him was Optimus, and between the two of them they were like brothers. Megatron, yes, I am someone feared and a destroyer, and I will make a war. Optimus, but war is not the solution. Ino, now you'll keep that in mind. Mirin, but at least it's fun to watch them. In that you can see how the boys played while everyone spoke calmly with great peace for everyone.
Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.